everyone, I'm here today to talk to you about reader envy. Now, reader envy is a term that, as far as I'm concerned, I've literally just made up, but if it does already exist and is called something else, then please let me know down below. But regardless, this book tag is going to be called reader envy. Now, reader envy, for me, is where you are reading a book. Just going to pluck Matilda out here. You're reading a book. You're loving it. You can't get enough of it. You pop your bookmark in because you want to have a rest. You pop the book down, you go on to Goodreads, you update what page number you're on, and you're feeling great. And then you notice some of the stuff other people are reading, and you're like, oh, I really want to read that. That sounds great. And you make the mistake of picking that book up. So you're reading it, you're really enjoying it, and you want a break. You put your bookmark in again, you pop that book down. You go and watch some BookTube videos where everyone is raving about whatever the latest book is. I'm just going to hold a random book up for this, but everyone is raving about City of Glass. So you can't resist it. You're like, oh, I must know what happens in that. So you start reading it. And before you know it, you keep recycling this circle over and over and over until you get to the point where you are reading a ridiculous amount of books all at once. And this is a situation I've currently found myself in. So how often do you do this? Is it something you do regularly? Let's find out with this book tag. So question 1 is, name a booktuber or a couple of booktubers who you watch regularly who give you ridiculous reading envy. Now I've got 2 for this. The first one is Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing. She is always reading such a ridiculous and amazing amount of books each week, and they always sound so great, and I just want to read them all and I can't. And then my other one, for similar reasons, is Lindsay over at Lindsay Ray, and she also just seems to be reading a ridiculous amount of really amazing books every week, and I want to do that too and can't. Question 2. Name a book that you have put down because of reader envy. I'd say one of my best ones for this one would be The Hobbit. I put this one down quite a while ago, wasn't really getting on with it, and saw so many other great books out there being reviewed on Goodreads, and so I put this one down and I never did pick it back up. I've never finished The Hobbit. Terrible of me, I know. Question 3. Name a book that you want to pick up through reading envy but haven't still got around to. For me, this one is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Last year, the year before, everyone was going on about this series, and I bought this book last year, really desperate to read it, and I still haven't picked it up. And I don't really know why, because I'm dying to read this series. And yeah, someone needs to kick me up the back end and make me read this book. Question 4. Name a book that you picked up because of reader envy and actually didn't really enjoy much at all. And for me, I've gone for Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Now, I'm not sure whether I can say that I disliked this because it was okay. And I am going to be reading the sequel, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, and considering everyone was raving about this book constantly on BookTube, I just ended up feeling very disappointed by this one, to be honest. Question 5. Name a book that you picked up because of reader envy and you still actually haven't finished it because you've got reader envy over something else and put it down. Now for me, this one is A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin, and I, towards the end of last year, just felt such an urge to read the whole entire Song of Ice and Fire series. I needed to read it. I needed to get caught up with everyone else. I needed to be able to watch A Game of Thrones on TV. I needed to know what happened. I was desperate. And so I started reading this book, and to say progress is slow would be an understatement, but it would go a lot quicker if I actually picked it up more than once a week. And the final question is, how many times do you think you've ever had reader envy? Maybe you've never had it and you've had to make up all the answers to this tag because you don't have a clue and you've just made a guess at it. Or maybe you are like me and you have constantly got it and you ended up with such a pile of books on the go all the time because you want to read all the books all at once. I would love to know how many times you've got reader envy. Is it something that you do on a regular basis? Start a new book because everyone's going on about another book? Maybe you're restrained and you get reader envy but you don't give in to it. I would love to know. So I'm going to tag a lot of people down below, and I can't wait to see some of you do this one. I'm sure it'll be fun to just see some of your answers to this. If I haven't tagged you but you want to do this tag, please feel more than welcome to do so, and also link me to your video because I would love to watch your answers. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more bookish videos from me. I upload every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. If you want to know what I'm currently reading by the masses, you can follow me on Goodreads or on Twitter. I update regularly on both of those. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye!